Hmm. I'm Ashley Fox. I'm an NFL columnist with ESPN.com. I joined the panel because Andrew Brandt asked me to, and I'd do anything to help him out. I think, the issue that we were talking about is what's the future of football and where do we go with this? And I think we're at a point where it's a really critical question, with the lawsuits that are coming, with the increased knowledge that we're getting with concussions, with the league being more popular than ever, with the commissioner dealing with things that he's dealing with, from his popularity with the players to wanting an 18-game schedule to managing the greatest revenues that they've ever had. So I just think it's the concussion conundrum is front and center right now, and that's why I came.
During the panel, you talked a little bit about the different perspectives that you've noticed throughout your experience with NFL players. From you got the 20-year-old rookies who are doing anything they can to get a spot until the retirees. Just discuss a little bit about that and the different perspectives you've noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's interesting when you're dealing with talking to players who about the concussion issue, and the younger the player, or the younger he is in his career, the less he really cares about it, because he's trying to make a team, he's trying to make an impact, he's trying to make a name for himself. That the concussions issue, it's more of a nuisance to him than anything, to have to get a baseline test, to have to worry about maybe potentially losing what already could be a short part of his career anyway, losing even any of it at all, or giving way to having another player take his position. Then you get players who are probably on the tail end of their career, who understand better than most what sort of toll the game takes on you as a football player, particularly veteran guys who've had long careers, who probably have faked their way through concussions at one point in time. And then you get guys who are finally removed from the game and who have had a chance to kind of matriculate into the regular population, and realize that at 37 or 38 or 40 that they're having issues that their friends aren't having, and all of a sudden now it is a problem. So I think all of those points of view need to be considered, but the life after football issues are serious.
And lastly, about the panel, if you could talk about just where do you think, with this increased spotlight in the media and pending litigation with thousands of cases, where do you think concussions in sports as a topic, as an issue, specifically in the NFL, where do you think it's heading?
Well, I hope with concussions in sports that this is going to be the norm now, that we can have the discussion, that the President of the United States is tuned in enough that he's even commenting on it, because I think that will serve everyone. That will serve kids who are looking up to these athletes and aspiring to be them. It will help the athletes themselves now. I think it will help the game at some level. I mean, the game of football is not going away. The National Football League is not going away. It's more profitable than ever. It's more popular than ever. It's only going to continue to go that way. The television contracts are as lucrative as they've ever been. So I hope, my hope is that we will continue to learn more about the impacts that the game has on the athletes, so that we can better prepare them to be highly functioning at 40, 45, 50.